Stephen A? You don't know Stephen A very well, do you?
I'm gonna talk over it.
Black Jesus? Well, it's
I'm-
really only 3 minutes. It's a 6-minute clip. It's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes till you
Your
get
show will go live in
part.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blog Talk Radio.
Blog
It
Talk
is.
Radio.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Come on. Love my girl. She looking good. Come on. One more. 5 to 1, baby. 1 in 5. No one here gets out alive now. You get yours, baby. I'll get mine. Gonna make it, baby, if we try. The old get old and the young get stronger. May take a week and it may take longer. They got the guns, but we got the numbers. Gonna win, yeah, we're taking over. Come on!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Nerd Zone on the Nerdport Network. I am your host, Evan Ronnie, and with me, as always,
It is I, the Zombie Master.
as well as...
Captain Stuntcock himself, the Hustle City fucking hooligan.
No, you had to add an extra fucking in there.
Yeah, I did. You like that?
Yeah, it's a little
Doesn't
side.
hurt.
It's a little side. I mean, depends on who you ask.
Oh, fuck off.
Depends on who you ask. It can always hurt. Just go to onlyslams.com.
Only
Like,
slang.
are we gonna start that again?
I mean, hey, a OnlyFans for wrestlers. It's called OnlySlams. I mean,
Oh, man.
Granted,
Dude.
that's called Reddit. Granted, that's called Reddit.
OnlyFans for India. Only scams.
Yeah, or if you really want to go for Sunny, you can call it Sunny Slams. If you really, if you do that, you get
No,
slammed
no. That's more like Sunny Side Up.
Sunny
Yeah.
Slams.
Oh boy. Hold on a minute. I'm typing something here. Talks amongst yourselves. I'll give you the topic. Rhode Island. Neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
Christ.
If you know what that's from, you are old like me. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. Fucking good shit.
Gonna say, Jesus Christ. Coffee talk.
With Linda Richmond.
Barbara, we love you. Your music is like butter. Oh, Jesus Christ. And Barbara
I was more of a fan of Simon.
Oh, God. See, there was always...
Simon, and I like to do drawings.
Dude, there were so many debates on... Were you a Mad TV in the 90s? If you were born and raised in the 90s, you had two questions. SNL or Mad TV?
Both.
Fuck yeah.
For me, it's always been one thing: S and fucking L.
Oh, I
No,
know.
dude, Mad TV had some pretty classic moments.
Look what I can do.
Kick, stretch, kick. I love Sherry O'Terry. I'll give SNL that.
I mean...
But no, Mad TV gave us some great shit. They gave us Stuart and Lorraine.
Oh.
Miss
Oh.
my ex-wife could do it really well.
One thing is all I gotta say is more fucking cowbell.
But,
Miss Swan, he looking like a man.
Yeah, Oh, dude. Who was the guy they teamed him up with all the time? He was the moving guy in Happy Gilmore with Will Sasso. Aries
Aries
Spears.
Aria Spears, yeah.
Spears.
Dude, those two together were freaking gold.
And fuck, what's the chick's name? She was the blonde girl.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. What's her fucking name? She's Nicole Sullivan.
Nicole Sullivan, dude. I fucking love Nicole Sullivan. That bitch is hilarious. Nicole, if you're listening, I fucking love you. You're awesome.
You know, but here's the thing. We may be gushing over that, but I will say this. As much as we love that, we cannot dog one of the greatest sketch comedy shows of all time that never aired on national television, In Living Color.
All that.
In Living Color, though.
In Living Color, yes. In Living Color was absolutely amazing. I remember watching that shit as a little kid in the early 90s.
Jim Carrey, the only white guy on the show.
I told everybody he got stabbed in the butt was really a toilet paper cut.
Let me tell you something.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh, God, yeah.
Homie the motherfucking clown was my favorite skit.
Homie, don't play that.
Homie don't play that.
So, speaking of FX, In Living Color, does anyone remember a boxing show on FX?
No, but I remember Wrestling Society X.
No, do you remember, oh God, it was, no, it wasn't Tough Enough. It was like Power, it was literally a boxing show where it was just normal dudes fighting each other. Oh, God.
I don't know. I remember Pros vs. Joes.
No, I'm actually going to find this, because...
Pros vs. Joes, I do remember that one.
2020. No, it was Iron Man. Oh God, it was on FX late night. On FX in the 90s. See, they're gonna give me boxing. I wanted boxing TV shows. It was like, it was like not Tough Enough. It was like no, it was.
Bully Beatdown.
No. It was.
That was MTV. Bully Beatdown was MTV.
And that's fairly recent.
What was the guy who hosted that? It was an MMA.
Mayhem.
Mayhem Miller.
Yeah.
Jason Mayhem Miller, yeah.
Oh, look, midget wrestling's on AEW.
Was it Iron Man?
It might be.
Because they had a dude that literally did Fire Marshal Bill anytime he won. It was like the dumbest shit in the world. The ring was fucking diamond plated. So it wasn't even like real canvas. So if a dude got knocked out, he fell face first on the diamond studded fucking mat. Or diamond plated.
Because, I mean, that wouldn't hurt or nothing.
No, not at all.
The only thing I remember about In Living Color that the music bits always made me laugh is when Jim Carrey did the Vanilla Ice Wannabe. And then when Tommy Davidson did Hammer and he got caught up in his pants.
Tough Man!
Do you remember?
That's it, Tough Man!
Okay, I guess I wasn't, so.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just found it. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I already said it, so I'm not repeating it again, so. No, that's the only two things I remember. Because those
In Living Color, the Fly Girls.
Homeboy Shopping Network.
Yep. They just Homie the Clown. Enough said.
Homie the Clown.
The fact they never made a full feature-length film of that is
Dude, the fact that that still stands the test of time, and all you gotta say is, you have people that say, homie, don't play that, and they know what the hell it's from.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And what was the one woman who always sat on who was always in the window? You didn't hear it from me, but I forget who did.
Yeah, I forget the fucking name of it. But
You know, the
but
one-
at the same time too, that is like that is the birth of the Wayans brothers.
Well, no, they had always been. They had done movies together. They had done a few movies before that. The one movie I remember them doing was Hollywood Shuffle with Robert Townsend. You know, and
They're-
Damon had a small part in that, but more Keenan Ivory Wayans was like Robert Townsend's writing partner for a brief time.
Well, that literally is the I mean, Keanu Ivory is the reason the family got as big as they did, and then the Wayans, and then fucking Marlon and
Sean
fucking took it and fucking ran with it for like, don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Scary
and
movie.
Scary movies.
Message.
Message. It's a fucking movie we can never repeat today.
What?
Oh, God.
Don't be a menace.
Oh,
no.
don't be a minute. The Man. He's good.
No, nothing will top when they go into that Chinese.
No, we're not doing it.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Bing bong. That's all
Uh,
you need. Yep. If you know, you know. That's all I
Dude,
need to
You
say.
pay now. You
Yeah.
pay now.
Hurry up and buy.
Up and
Hurry
back.
up and buy.
I feel so bad for your mama. What you say about my mama?
They got to make the lip curl too.
I said, do we have a problem? I said, do we have a problem? USSR.
I can't feel my legs.
Dude, motherfucker, you could never
Doctor
feel
says
your
I
legs.
ain't gonna ever walk again.
Dude, you could never walk in the first place. Oh, yeah, that's right.
What was his name? Crazy Legs.
Yeah, crazy
Crazy
legs.
legs.
And then there was the one guy who was like the militant guy.
Dude,
you
this
I don't know.
hanging out with white
One of my favorite scenes out of that movie is the very beginning when they're zooming in on the street and the dude's like, I'm here to tell you how it is in the hood. Because in the hood, everybody's retarded.
Yeah. Bang! No, Lord! No! The Lord, you took him away from me. I milked him with
No,
these.
Oh, this
My
is my baby.
my baby. That's not your baby.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll be damned.
Oh, yeah, no, we could never review that movie. That's like Blazing Saddles.
Dude, Blazing Saddles, you can get away with certain bits. You can't get away with this at all.
I challenge us to do it.
Dude, my
What?
favorite.
Don't be a South Central.
Well, drinking your juice in the hood.
Never gonna happen. I don't think we could pull it off.
I could.
That would be a show we'd have to get Christian in as a reviewer.
Oh, Christian would have a blast doing that movie.
Oh,
Maybe we
God.
should bring it up to him when
I'd
he
love to
comes
do
on.
that movie and have Christian. Oh, my God, yes, that'd be so fucking
Dude, young Wesley Snipes.
good.
When Christian comes on, we'll bring it up to him.
The
see what he
fact
says.
that is young Wesley Snipes is like first role. And he gets
In what
shot.
movie?
Don't Be a Menace. And he gets shot and killed at the college.
Yeah, he's
No,
with-
that wasn't that. That was Higher Learning. You're thinking of the movie Higher Learning, aren't you? And that wasn't him. That was Omar Epps.
Oh, that was Omar Epps.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes was in there. That was Omar Epps that was in the movie Higher Learning. It was him, Christy Swanson, Michael Rappaport, and stuff like that. And
Don't Be a Menace.
that was a good movie, too. It's incredibly sad, but it's a good movie.
Dude,
John Singleton directed that, I believe.
oh. Mom,
Guys,
Mom,
I can't lie.
am I ever going to see you again? No, son, because you know there's no strong black female representation in this movie.
Message.
I just want to, I know we don't cover it, on Wednesdays, but this match has been pretty decent.
Oh, what are you watching, Buddy and Pac?
I'm watching Guy.
Guy?
Yeah, I'm watching midget wrestling.
I met Buddy/Guy Murphy. I met him at the last convention I was at.
Well,
He was a
next
big
time,
dude.
if he's at this convention, you should be like, you should name yourself Guy because you are no longer the size of a buddy.
Yeah.
No, he's not going to be there again.
What happens whenever a guy eats a buddy?
Yeah, right.
My buddy.
Oh God, I forgot that Bernie Mac was in Don't Be a Menace.
Oh yeah, he was the preacher.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no, what was the other bit? Yeah, I'm going to get my.
Speak of the devil. Well,
Message.
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 Hello.
All right, so we've been having a discussion here, and we want to get your take on it. Do you think it is possible, with you included, that we could do a review of Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood?
Oh, absolutely.
Told you.
Come on, man. That's like asking, can we do a review of Friday? Come on, man.
Dude,
we will do
Okay.
Friday. We will definitely do Friday.
Hey, the funniest scene in Friday was when he was like, "Boy, bring your ass up off me here. I smelled your shit for 22 years. You can smell mine for 5 minutes."
No, we're just saying.
Damn.
You got.
We were talking about how there's certain scenes in that movie we can't even discuss, like hurry up and buy.
The walk-in message for when they're in the convenience store. Can't talk about that. Oof.
You know what we're talking about, right, Christian?
You damn right. Come on, man.
Bing bong.
Man.
The Forbidden Door title.
All I know is that would be a movie where, like, explicit
Oh,
warning.
they're introducing a new belt, an Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, dude. That would have to be explicit everything. That would have to be, if you are under the age of 21, do not watch this. And I say 21 because anyone over the age of 21 at least gets the fucking movie.
Guys, this
Look, I'm
be
gonna
a
be on
real
with you guys for a little bit because I really want to watch this game 3 tonight. You know?
Yeah, well, okay. You know what? I have a clip that I actually want to get your opinion on. So since we have you on, and we're only going to have you on for a little bit, I'm going to play this. It says it's 6 minutes, but in all honesty, it's really like 3.5. So this is a Stephen A. Smith clip.
Oh Lord.
I just listen, and I will come back in what it is. The topic of discussion has the Curry and Michael Jordan. How have they changed the game for the better or for the worst? So here's the clip.
Do you think Steph has changed the game for the better?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, the game obviously is different now, right? Because when I was playing the game, you had a lot of bigger power forwards and centers. The game was inside out. You played, kind of a methodical game. In Phoenix, we started to somewhat shift that type of style, right? We went to a smaller ball. I moved to the 5. Sean Marion went to the 4, and we played more of an up-tempo style. The Golden State Warriors took that formula and took it to a whole new level, right? Those guys are playing great basketball. Everyone's moving the ball. It's beautiful to watch team basketball on display every night. And I think Steph Curry, the way he plays, and he's like the nucleus for this team with that style, he's the guy to actually change the game for the good for sure.
Go ahead, Doug. Well, I think he changed Golden State's game for the good, for the sure. I agree with you on that. But if anybody saw Game 7 with Milwaukee and the Celtics, I've been watching the NBA playoffs, believe it or not, for about 55 years. That was the worst game seen. I can't watch the team throw 38 bricks up and the ball doesn't go in. I want balance in my basketball. I know three-point shooting is important. I can live with it, but I want balance. I want to see Amari do his thing down low. I want to see him go in the basket. I don't mind throwing the ball down to Kareem and watching him hit a sky hook once in a while, and I think it's gone way too much on the perimeter. and not enough inside the paint. I want balance in my sports. Right. It's like football. You want to see 30 bombs every game, or do you want to see a little running game? You want to see a little defense? and hockey, do you want to see up and down constantly, or you want to see 9-8, or once in a while 2-1? In tennis, you want to see a bunch of hard servers serve constantly, and nobody can return, and it's all serve and volley, or do you want to see ground strokes and you want to see a balance? Everything needs to have balance, and I think the NBA at times has lost all of that. And Game 7 of Milwaukee and Boston, even you, who was in the building, you cannot dispute that. That was a horrific 7th game with 88 threes. It was unwatchable. You have to admit that.
Well, I was in Boston for the Boston-Milwaukee Game 7. I was there for the Boston-Miami Game 7. But I will tell you this. You're not wrong, doggy. I just think you're pointing the finger in the wrong direction. This is why Stephen Naismith is here to arrest you, baby. That's why I'm here for you. Here's the deal. It's not Steph Curry's fault because Steph Curry can shoot. Steph Curry, he changed. He changed it. People say he changed the game. No. He elevated it to a point where it was acceptable because you're looking for somebody to produce somewhere close in the vicinity of what he does and what Klay Thompson does to a slightly lesser degree, okay? But the reality is, you know who the biggest culprit for all of this is? It's Mike D'Antoni. He knows that. He played for Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni wanted you to shoot threes or layups. He didn't want a mid-range game. He would consider benching you if you took a mid-range shot. Am I lying?
Except for me. I mean, I shot a lot of mid-range.
Not you. But those guards that you put out there,
absolutely.
If they launched mid-range shots instead of three, doggy, he didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something else because you'll appreciate to being a historical individual that you are, that Molly so eloquently stated earlier today. Okay, Molly's going to explain it where it needs to be explained. Okay, but here's the deal. My brother, the guy I love so much, that I believe is the greatest player to have ever played, Michael Jordan, is responsible as much as anybody for changing the game for the worse when you consider you. Stay with me on this. Okay. This is throwing no shade on Michael Jordan, of course. He's the greatest ever in my estimation, number one, all right? But he was so phenomenal that the NBA marketed the individual, the audience gravitated towards the individual, and the game became a bit more individualized because people wanted to be like Mike. Before Mike, you had Bird and Magic. Well, what was Bird and Magic? As great of a shooter as Bird was, as Mr. Clutch as he was, okay? Bird could pass, Bird could rebound, right, Bird had Michelle, he had Paris, he had Dennis Johnson.
We'll cut it off right there, because pretty much what he is describing, if anyone wants to understand, is that Jordan changed the game for the worse by the marketing that was behind it, the branding that he put himself in, where now basketball has turned more into an individual game than a team game.
I mean, I don't think Jordan did anything to change the game from a marketing standpoint for the worse, because think about it. Jordan was really the first guy to come out with his own line of sneakers, right? And a lot of guys have followed after that, right? I don't know. I just think Stephen A. likes to hear himself talk. He likes to on certain shit. Look, I like Stephen A. Or when he's yelling, I call him Screaming A.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I can say I agree with him on that one, because I don't get what direction he was trying to go with what he was trying to say. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll tell you this. Look, the four most influential players in NBA history over the last 30 years goes like this. Jordan, of course. I mean, people still line up for his sneakers when they re-release them. I did it once, and I'll never do that shit again. 2 is Kobe Bryant.
Kobe,
right?
Just strictly for Japan, for China.
Nah, not even that. But come on, man. When you shoot a piece of paper into the garbage can, what are you yelling?
Yeah, Kobe. I mean,
thank you.
I mean, granted, at the same time, blame Dave Chappelle for that.
Yeah, and on top of that, man, you know, the whole Mamba mentality and things like that, you know, like, here's my thing. a lot of people want to say Kobe was an asshole. No disrespect, but I just think his work ethic was extremely misunderstood. I don't know if you ever heard the Chris Bosh story of his workout with Kobe. You remember that?
Yep.
Okay. So that's number 2. Number 3, and I might be a little biased here when I say it because he's my favorite player ever, but Allen Iverson. Like, Iverson is the reason why there was a dress code in the NBA. Like, Iverson looked like he was coming to games straight off the LL Cool J video set. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Iverson had white boys wearing cornrows.
Granted, I'd rather have AI looking the way he did than Westbrook.
Yeah.
Wearing a fucking dress.
Yeah, man. Russell Westbrook wear his wife's panties. Like Iverson had people wearing the shooter sleeves. He had people doing a crossover. I mean, his impact on the game, I think, really goes unnoticed in a way. Like, Iverson is the reason why I really fell in love with the game of basketball. I still have a throwback jersey of his. I had the armband with the answer that he wore. I had the headbands. I mean, man, I wanted to be Allen Iverson. So that's 3. And 4 is Steph Curry. And the reason why I say that, I remember the neighborhood I was living in 2 years ago when COVID first started. I saw a kid shooting the ball, 3-pointers. She wasn't on her driveway. She was in the street.
Right.
Who can we thank for that? Steph Curry. Look, I've seen a lot of great shooters over the years. Ray Allen, Reggie Miller. Even Steph's teammate is pretty good, Klay Thompson. But none of those guys are being guarded way off the perimeter like Steph Curry.
No, I mean, he's the inventor of the fucking logo ball.
Yeah. And, everybody wants to say LeBron. Yeah, okay. Like, what did LeBron do to impact the game?
So, what? So it's funny because I actually was going to bring something up about LeBron that is a little different than other people's thoughts. Once I do this, I'll give everybody a chance to respond. I'll give John and Ryan a chance. But everyone says that LeBron is Jordan.
No.
Well, wait. That's what everyone compares him to. Honestly, I don't think he can lace up Kobe's shoes, but that's a different issue. Christian, what would I have told you if I think he's more of a Derek Jeter type person?
Who?
LeBron.
Now,
let me explain. When it came to Jeter, did you ever hear him in the news?
No.
Have you ever heard LeBron negatively in the news?
No.
That wasn't about his sport.
No, you haven't. Considering where Jeter did it, too.
And, okay, we don't see Cleveland, but you can think about it. Look at where LeBron was. Minus Cleveland, he did it in South Beach and L.A. L.A. As much as we say New York is a media mogul for it, so is Miami and L.A.
Yeah, you could say it. Look, there's only one thing LeBron does that's better than Jordan.
Flop?
One, he holds his hair on better. Jordan just decided to let that shit go. Right.
I was gonna say Jordan just shaved that shit.
Yeah, that.
It's not a hairstyle; it's a life choice.
Exactly.
Coming
from the guy who has a mane like a lion.
Oh God.
Yeah, fuck you, Lionel.
Nah, LeBron. Yeah, you could say LeBron's like a Jeter, but the only difference between LeBron and Jeter is, LeBron was a little bit more outspoken.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jeter though never. Jeter never wanted the spotlight.
Nah, he didn't.
He demanded the spotlight because of how good he was. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, but he never asked for the spotlight. When LeBron steps in front of a camera, he wants to be known. It's not, like, it's weird, because when Jordan, even though Jordan got the spotlight, it almost seems like he demanded it. Like, the minute he stepped in front of a camera, your eyes were glued to him on the floor.
Right.
LeBron, though, kind of, I mean, yeah, he talks. We all know he does.
Yeah, but another major difference between LeBron and Jeter is, like, man, LeBron just always seems to make apparent comments about everything. You see what I'm saying? Like,
LeBron keeps
shit that doesn't.
LeBron talked politics when Jordan was a big part of politics, but he knew where to keep his mouth shut.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the great example. Well, Republicans buy shoes too.
Yeah.
Oh shit! AEW's going to be in St. Louis Wednesday.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, because he said
man, I
that.
think I think with Bron is very, like, I'll give Bron credit. Bron is outspoken. He'll tell you when something's not right. He'll voice his displeasure. Like, look, Bron got brownie points for me when he called Donald Trump a bum on Twitter. Like, I loved every second of it. He was like, "You bum," and he said it with his whole chest and receding hairline. But Bron and Jeter, I could see what you mean by that. I'll tell you who Bron reminds me of as a player. Bron is a modern day Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Like, think he's a better scoring Magic Johnson. Seriously.
That's fair.
He's a more
I see where you're
better scoring and a more athletic version of Magic. Because
I'm reading the comment. Someone wrote a comment in the chat. It says LeBron tries to talk politics without fully comprehending what he's talking about. He's arrogant.
Okay, I think.
I get it, but I'm like, we have one person in the chat commenting on the whole LeBron thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, LeBron is. Don't wrong. LeBron's great, but I don't call LeBron impactful. Like, you ask anybody, what's LeBron done to really change the game? You really can't say it. You really can't say anything. You know who I think is also more impactful than LeBron? Like, I'm talking about pure impact on the game of basketball. Dirk. Dirk had 7-footers shooting. Right?
Yeah.
Shaq. Shaq has a foul named after him. You weren't hacking Hakeem. You weren't hacking Jordan. You weren't hacking Kobe. It was hack a Shaq.
Yep. Yeah,
to put his big ass on the line.
Yep. We actually got a phone call. Let's take this. Area code 404. Who is this? Hold on, wait for it. Who this?
Yeah, what's up, man? It's Nas. What's going on?
What's going on?
Not much. Sitting there listening to y'all.
Okay, I was gonna say, I saw that this is it. Who's calling? That's what I was asking. Who's call? Who is this?
Naj.
What's going on, man? So you want to get in on this, or did you have any opinion?
Yeah, definitely. So, as far as LeBron James' impact, no, his impact has been huge, and one of the ways was him convincing his draft classmates to take short deals or one-year deals so they would have leverage over the franchise to make sure the franchise would get the players they needed and not try to save money. And now we see a lot of young guys who are going to take on that same thought process. You're going to follow the LeBron model, not the Carmelo model. So that's one thing LeBron did. And then the other part is, for a guy who's been in the public eye since he was like 14 years old, just the lack of scandal around that dude, like that's an amazing feat to pull off.
And
so
that's where
you get the blueprint for what you want to do if you're a phenom.
And that's where I compare him more to like a Jeter-esque. Because as much as Jeter was in the limelight, how much scandal did Jeter ever get into?
Well, same old gift basket stuff, but
exactly.
I mean,
yeah,
we not gonna disrespect the gift baskets.
I think the gift baskets are fucking classy. All right.
Exactly, and he put cab money in there too, man.
That's a
He's
fucking
not gonna
open.
Look, dog. Look. We are not gonna disrespect the gift baskets. He probably put breakfast money in them shits too.
Man, that's fucking classy. That's a game.
No. The point is, it was written up in articles to be a scandal, but it made people like more. And he set up the next generation, who is pulling them off IG and sending them home in an Uber. Jeter pioneered that. Shout out to that.
Not even orders to get home, man. Just fucking calling an Uber.
What's wrong with a damn gift? Someone just wrote in the chat, what's wrong with a damn gift basket? Nothing. The only thing that was wrong with it was the NDA that was attached to it.
You can't talk about the freaky shit Jeter does in bed.
Nope.
Here's a gift basket.
Deshaun Watson wish he had a file full of NDAs when he was going out on his tour. What it is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's good shit right there.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, boy. All right.
But yeah, but just to kind of take it back to where y'all started with the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Post 60s, 70s, where you had like uprisings and people being really outspoken, corporate America figured out, okay, the best way to make sure we can kind of keep athletes in line was to pay them. So you saw Madison Avenue and corporate America start to come up with all these different endorsements and sponsorships that paid really well. And what they got was a generation of silence. That would be Michael Jordan's generation, who didn't really speak on things that happened because of, how much money they could possibly lose. And now it's finally changing with this generation, where people are like, okay, I got my base agrees with me. I don't care if I offend people who don't like me anymore. So, yeah, it's interesting.
That's fair. It's definitely fair to say about that.
I agree.
Yeah. And then you got all this stuff. I mean, the Brittany Griner stuff that's going on there. Oh, actually, hold on. Before we get into that, John, did you have any opinions on any of this? John. He's on mute. Okay. All right. Quick next topic that I wanted to talk about too is we got staying in basketball, the Brittany Griner situation. She has still not been extradited from Russia. They did not decide to do as of right now, the switch for the prisoners swap for her. Why is no one really talking about this?
I'll tell you why no one's really talking about this. The WNBA is horribly marketed, right? Like, if this were anybody from baseball, the NBA, the NFL, we wouldn't hear the end of it. But look, think about it. When the WNBA is on, no one really pays attention to it, right? But they really don't. I remember that issue with Andre Iguodala where he didn't know the girl's name and he referred to her like, oh yeah, number 23 is nice on the Washington Mystics,
right,
or something like that. And she took offense to it. I'm like, what you taking offense for? He paid you a compliment. He didn't know your name. And on top of that, that's kind of been famous in sports talk for years, right? Like, you don't know a player's number? a player's name, how do you identify them? By their number.
By their number, yeah. I mean,
right?
How many years have we watched NCAA football and they only did it by their number?
Look, man, because I remember seeing something in my group, and the girl who was in the group said, how come yeah, if this is the WNBA, it's no problem. But if this were the NBA, you guys would have a field day. And I told her because the NBA is better marketed than the WNBA. Let's just call it what it is.
That's a good point.
Nah, it's true because look, they don't promote the WNBA like that. You know, you don't see commercials for the WNBA.
Except when it's
You
the
barely
playoffs.
even know when the playoffs, huh?
Except the playoffs. That's the only time you really see commercials for it.
Yeah. That's why you're not really hearing about it. You know, like my mom sent me an article about that, saying, "Yeah, if this were Tom Brady, we probably wouldn't hear the end of it." Of course, we wouldn't hear the end of it because Tom Brady's one of the greatest football players ever to live, and he's a marketing figure. Nobody in the WNBA is really a marketing figure like that. It's just business.
Yeah. Right, Naz, you got any comments on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the State Department talked to the family, and they told them early on to be quiet, and they were going to try to handle this through back channels. Obviously, that didn't work, so now they're going to trying to make people aware of the situation and apply pressure. The problem is, I mean, they're in the middle of a war. So you think Putin is in the Situation Room with Brittany Griner on the whiteboard? Like, they're not thinking about this or her. So this is going to be tough, man. I don't know how this is going to play out. This is going to be tough.
I mean, it's insane, and I mean, all for a weed pen. That's the worst part about this. It's not like she really did anything illegal in retrospect. It was all because of a weed pen that she got detained over there.
Yeah, and as somebody just said, Tom Brady and all the other guys, like, the difference is Tom Brady or whoever, there would have been some baggage handler, some hanger-on, some crew member who would have jumped on that grenade, and they would have caught that case.
Oh, yeah.
Not the actual athlete.
No. If that was LeBron would be on the plane next there, and one of his handlers would be in jail.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna put you back on mute. Good talking to you, and if, like I said, anytime you want to call back in, call back in.
All right, man. I'll check in with y'all again another time, man. Y'all be cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep, that's it.
Take care.
Cool. John, you got opinions? Any opinions on this or not really?
Not really.
That was random as shit. I love it. I didn't
That's
even.
what it's about.
Okay, who gave out the phone number? Because I didn't even give out the damn phone number.
I didn't know you could have people call in.
Yeah. Oh, Curry just got hit in the head with a basketball. God damn it.
You disrespectful.
Dude, I just watched it and just smacked him in the back of the head.
Okay, didn't mean you needed to commentate on the shit.
Dumbass.
You be respectful too.
Hey, I like Steph Curry.
Be respectful.
But yeah.
I am being respectful. I respect Steph Curry, but come on, that's a rookie mistake.
Well, I mean, Tatum did airball it, though. But anyway, no, yeah, people can actually call in. The first 2 hours of the show, we can actually take live phone calls.
I hope a particular person calls into the show. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Dude, we call out so many people. We give out the number live on air. Nobody has the stones to call in. The fact that we actually had someone call in was kind of like out of nowhere, and it was awesome.
Nah, you know who I want to call into this show.
Yeah, who's that?
You know who it is. You know.
I think so, and he'll never do it. And he'll never do it.
You know why he'll never do it?
Because he don't know shit?
Nah, besides that, he's a hoe. Look, if he's listening, I'm just going to issue the invite right damn now. Call in. You had a lot to say online. I love to hear you talk to me phone to phone, man to man. Call in.
He's got the stones for that.
Yeah.
And the number, if anyone wants to call in, 515-605-9861.
Because Ryan has gone on record, and Ryan, if anybody from from that wants to talk smack about wrestling, they know where to find you.
Oh yes, please call in. Let's talk.
Yeah.
We can have an adult conversation, or we can have a knockdown, drag out, fucking shoot cowboy. That's up to you.
Just as long as you don't talk about Ryback.
Ah!
We don't talk about Ryback.
Fuck Ryback. Right in his fucking face.
All right, let's get into some baseball news.
Yeah, let's fucking move on.
Ryan, I know you've been doing some research, and I know John's got a rant probably about this in about 2 seconds. You want to take the lead on the Mets?
Who, Ryan or me?
Ryan.
Let Ryan go first.
What are we talking about?
You want to take the lead on the Mets?
I haven't been able to find anything actually.
Okay, so me and Ryan have talked about this, and I'll set this up. The Mets got plunked another 3 fucking times. Granted, 2 of the 3 were curveballs, and I don't think Yu Darvish did that on purpose. But
Bullshit.
Yu Darvish didn't do it on purpose.
Bullshit.
No, dude, whenever you're hucking curveballs, that shit happens.
Yeah, if it was listen, there's a difference between a 90-mile-an-hour
It was a
fast-
96-mile-an-hour ball.
Yeah, it's a slider or a curveball. You can't. No, that's a fastball. If it's 96 miles an hour, it's a fastball.
That's what Alonso got hit was with something that was at 90 fucking 6.
Then that's
So that ain't no fucking change up or curveball. No fucking way. I don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Hey, can I ask you a question, John?
Go ahead.
How does an MLB player getting pegged personally affect you?
It doesn't affect me personally, but the fact of the matter is that MLB is doing nothing to these teams that have constantly, and I'll say it straight out, that have been targeting the Mets, it seems, because I've looked at the records. No team in MLB, in both the American League or the National League, has been plunked more fucking times this season than the fucking New York Mets. And they're not going after the Luis Guillormes or the Travis Jankowskis. No, they're going after Alonsos, McNeils, Martes. They're going after the big names. So don't tell me that nobody's fucking headhunting. Lindor got it this year. Don't tell me somebody's not headhunting.
Okay, beginning of the year, they aimed up high. There's no ifs, ands, or buts that at the beginning of the year, God damn it, Raven, I hate you. At the beginning of the year, they were headhunting. That's ifs, ands, or buts. The Mets retaliated. They did it twice, and they got a stupid suspension for it.
Well, let's be honest. Even if they are maliciously targeting players, targeting star players is smart strategy.
But wait. Here's the thing. What I'm trying to get at. Now, towards the middle of the year, it all depends on what it is, and if it's a cutter towards the hands. Also, Alonso swung at it.
No, the only reason he did that is to get out of the. He tried to get out of the fucking way. That's why it looked like a swing. He was just trying to move himself out of the way, and he got hit in the hand, and it was a jerk reaction to make the bat swing. It wasn't like he swung at the pitch on purpose. Because I watched that fucking game last night.
I'm watching it right now, man.
That was not a legit, I'm going to swing on this. So my thing is this.
It was a change-up.
But regardless, there's somebody somewhere is targeting these guys. So I got a little piece of advice for the Mets pitchers and for the Mets. For anybody in the Mets front office that might be listening, I doubt it. But if they are, start telling your players, hey, the Machados, Harpers, Arenados, whoever, start watching your back. Because one of these days, your guys are going to get plunked in the hands or the head, and they're going to cry like little fucking bitches about it. And I take exception to that son of a bitch down in St. Louis because he got a ball that didn't even touch him, and he tried to start and instigate a fucking fight.
Sosa
Sorry,
took one.
Ryan, I know you're a Cardinal fan, but Arenado, he's a shit stirrer. Just like Bryce Harper in Philly is. He's another one. I'm not saying this to be negative, but it's the truth. You telling me, okay, let me put the shoe on this foot. If it were your team getting plunked over 50-something times it's been now.
It's okay, so your team leads. It's not just your team. Every team's getting plunked. As a matter of fact, a few players, Met players included, are blaming the baseballs on.
Hold on. I got a perfect example for this. Why are we bitching about this now when, even though they cheated, everyone was cheering and up and fucking doing backflips when the Astros were getting plunked? And
Because
they weren't
you know
getting getting plunked in the back either. They were getting plunked high and tight.
Yeah, but you know what? They were, you know what? And I don't say, because you know why? Because MLB came out and said, if any team goes after the Astros, there will be ramifications from it. Because that was, I remember somebody from MLB came out and said, if the Astros are intentionally hit, there is going to be fines and suspensions over it.
Well, when they actually did get intentionally hit, there were no fines given out.
Because maybe they weren't getting hit in the head. Because there were guys that wanted to bean Altuve and other guy, and before they got traded, Correa and stuff like that, they wanted blood from these guys.
Dude, all the players are blaming the baseballs and the fact that they can't use anything to get grip. There's a distinct difference between baseballs used in the 2021 season and the 2020 season.
Okay.
So you're sitting here saying it's some kind of fucking vendetta against the Mets for absolutely no reason at all. No
the
reason at
I'm
all.
going to say that is because look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
It's been happening all season. You have
hit more times.
What's the excuse for it happening all season?
What's that?
You're saying it's the numbers. Look at the numbers. Okay, what were the numbers at the beginning of the season whenever it was happening? You were making the same argument.
Yeah, because it hasn't stopped. It's continuing to grow.
Not just the fucking Mets.
And you know what it is? The fact that one of our star players, I don't know, we still don't know what the prognosis is for Alonso. They've taken x-rays, they've shown no negatives for breaks, but his hand's swollen. So they can't really make any definitive tests because they don't know if there's something broken in there.
That's an impact injury. That's a contusion. The swelling's going to go down before you can see it.
That's a swelling.
The only person that got hurt last night, sorry, Ronnie, the only person that got hurt last night that wasn't intentionally was Marte because I think he had something with his quad. That's a different animal altogether. But in the beginning of the game, Nimmo got hit. Then McNeil got hit. Then Alonso got hit. Okay, it's like one you kind of brush it off. But then 2 and 3, that's when you start to question it. Because I listened to the game last night. Darling or Hernandez has said this stuff has got to stop. The Mets have to either do something or MLB has to do something.
It's not, but then you have to.
It's not just the Mets. Every team is getting beaned. They've cracked down on pitching substances, meaning most pitchers that have like spider tack to get a good grip on the ball, get that good spin, and make sure it's on target, don't have it anymore.
Yeah, right. By the way, it was a 96 mile an hour cutter.
So technically, it was a fucking fastball.
Or a sinker. One of the two. It was a
no.
ball.
It was a cut. It was a 96 mile an hour cutter.
The article I read said an 86 mile an hour changeup.
The one on Alonso was a 96 cutter because it came inside on him. But that's what a cutter does. It comes inside.
Yeah, but it's like I just can't get over. I just can't fathom that. So all right, your argument is this: that the pitchers can't use something to juice up the ball enough to make it think that. So then.
No. Something to get a better grip on the ball.
Better grip. That's what I meant. That's where I was going with that. Okay, then explain. Then riddle me this: how come when Max Scherzer before he got hurt, how many guys did Max Scherzer hit?
Max Scherzer.
How many guys How many guys did Chris Bassett hit? How many guys did Taijuan Walker hit?
How many times did they pitch inside?
How many times did How many guys did Tyler McGill hit?
Oh, okay. How many inside pitches has he thrown this season?
A lot, because that's what Scherzer's bread and butter thinks is an inside pitch, and he's never once beamed anybody.
When does he throw high in inside? He doesn't. He throws low.
Max Scherzer does it, but DeGrom has. But DeGrom has never plunked anybody.
DeGrom hasn't been around all season.
Yeah, he's been
when DeGrom was
is you're getting a perfect pitching record from a dude that hasn't stepped foot on a fucking mound.
But when he was pitching, I'm trying to say.
Last year, hold on, Ryan. Hold on. John, last year before he got hurt, Spider Tack was still intact. It was still, no pun intended, still intact. You were still allowed to use something. Here's the problem. MLB needs to come out, turn around and say, here's rosin and sunscreen. This is what you're allowed to use to get grip. Done. That's it. We catch you with anything else, you're down. You're thrown out and suspended.
Ron Darling has been saying that all fucking year, but nobody seems to listen.
But here's
you're trying to make it out like it's this fucking personal vendetta against the Mets for some reason that not even the Mets know.
But John,
well, no. You know what? I'll say no. Alonso's come out and said stuff. Lindor's come out and said stuff. A lot of the Mets have come out and said somebody's coming. It seems like ironic that somebody must be aiming at us all of a sudden because we've never been hit this many times.
That's the same argument for every pitcher that's hit somebody this season. They don't have their grip shit, so it must be a personal attack. Are you fucking serious, John?
Ryan,
I'm relaying what I've read. I'm relaying what I've heard. I'm not saying this is. I still think that there is something's up because we seem to be getting in a lot.
3-minute rant about how they're being headhunted.
They are being headhunted in a way, and that is my opinion. But I'm saying I'm not the only one who fucking thinks it. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm sure every Met fan thinks it, but it's not true.
So you want to know something?
Well, no, I wanted to say something.
I could grab a fucking set of wheels and call myself a wagon, but that doesn't make it true.
I wanted to say something, Ronnie, before you take. Now, okay, Ryan. Now, if the roles were reversed, and your Cardinals were getting plunked on a daily basis,
they are getting plunked.
Let me finish.
They're getting plunked.
Ryan, take a deep breath. Deep breath.
If they were getting, if you're Arenado's,
Goldschmidt, the Phillies are getting plunked. The fucking Reds are getting plunked.
But I'm talking about in the head. How many of them got hit in the head this year?
High inside pitch is tendency. That's why it's a high inside pitch. It's meant to back you off the fucking plate.
But you're not answering the question, dude. How many of them have got hit in the head this year?
Oh my God.
I'm not yelling. I'm asking a legit question. How many of them have been hit in the head this year?
John, in retrospect,
John, on the fucking plate.
John, hold on. How many have we had? 3?
4.
Okay. Compared to
3 of them were Alonso.
Hold on. Compared to 41.
That's yeah.
That's I think what he's trying to get at. It's 4 compared to. Listen, is 1 too many? Yeah, but it's still only 4.
But it's not some fucking personal vendetta that literally nobody in baseball knows about. It's not like all the fucking teams had a meeting and they're like, all right, everybody draw a straw. Oh, shit, Mets, you guys drew the short straw. We're pegging you all season. Ha!
Just like...
That's asinine.
Just like Raven said, there's nothing wrong with a little good pegging. Wait, what?
But I bet there's so much wrong with that.
I'm not even going to touch that one at all.
That's what she said.
Now, listen to me. Listen to me. If you can give me a valid reason that the Mets would be being headhunted, besides we have this player, because we have this player doesn't mean shit in baseball. Every team has star players. Some teams have bigger star players than anyone on New York's roster. Some teams have players that are bigger than anyone on St. Louis's roster.
Okay.
Give me one valid fucking reason why the Mets would be being headhunted. Because not even the organization can figure it out. It's not like with fucking Houston cocksuckers whenever they were stealing signs.
You see, that's a different story. Now those guys.
No, it's not. It's not because they were being pegged. They were being pegged every game, and there was a reason that they were being pegged every game. You're saying it's the same thing that the Mets are getting it this season. Give me that one reason why. What is that one valid reason that's not because we signed this player? Because that's not a fucking logical answer.
All right, you know what? I'll say this: when a certain person took over ownership of this team and started throwing money around like it was water, a lot of teams and a lot of fan bases, because I remember it on Twitter, a lot of fan bases and a lot of fans started going after Uncle Stevie for being, oh, he's going to buy everybody, he's going to buy this, he's going to buy that. A lot of people started taking
Wait, what baseball fans are that? Because I'm sorry, this is not a shot, Christian. The Yankees have bought the greatest team in baseball.
No, they have. I don't know. Is Christian still here?
Yeah, Christian's still here.
Oh, I hadn't heard him.
He's watching the game.
You get those star teams by throwing that money around. You get those star players by offering those huge contracts.
But there was a lot of, like I said, and mostly it came out of a certain state called Philly. Oh, a lot of Philly fans were when Max Scherzer signed that contract, they were livid.
Again, nothing to do with the fans. What is the reason in baseball?
No, hold on.
What is the incident that you say that you're thinking is causing the Mets to be singled out and headhunted?
I just said it.
You can't say the fans though. As much as it is, it's the fans can say whatever they want. The fans are not throwing. The fans are not throwing the baseball. The fans are not throwing the baseball. Now, if you're saying that the owners are calling for headhunting because Steve Cohen runs the Mets now, it's a little far-fetched, but that's an argument.
That's what I was trying. That's the whole point I was trying to get across. Because when the fans bitch at the teams and the ownership start taking note of that. Maybe the ownership is telling their players, start pegging them. But they'll never admit to it. No team will ever admit that they're headhunting, because they could claim, "Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing that."
Bullshit, man.
Almost every team, and I didn't say every. Almost every team the Mets have faced this year, we've gotten 2 or 3 hit batters per series. I don't just call that a coincidence. That's something up there. And it could it be the spider tag thing? Yeah. Could it be the ownership thing, telling their pitchers to do it? Could be. We don't know. Because you can't sit here and tell me.
Hold on. If we're gonna go down the corporate headhunting hole, if we're gonna go down the owners telling the pitchers to peg people, I need to go get my tinfoil hat.
You know what? It's just an observation that I've made from listening to people from both sides of the fence. Because I do listen to other people. I do listen to other podcasts, and I do listen to other people online and stuff like that. I do listen. I listen to everything. And I make my own judgment calls. It seems that more people have been saying that the Mets are being headhunted than it's the other thing. Then it's the spider tack incident.
And how many of those people are Mets fans on Twitter or Mets fans with a podcast?
There's actually quite a few. There's quite a few people.
Quite a few. Yes, exactly. And why is that? Because they're Met fans.
What does that got to do with anything?
Ryan. So I got stats up right here. So the lowest team is the Dodgers.
Okay.
They've been hit out of all the games so far. They've had a hits Batman in .22 games. So nearly a quarter of their games they've had a hit Batman. Player's been hit.
Just say that way.
Hitter's been hit by pitch.
So the Mets are at .69. They're the most, obviously. Guess. Okay, I'm gonna have a little fun with this one. Guess the top 5, because the top 5 are within a half. So for every half a game, a player gets plunked. So the Mets are 1. Take a wild guess who number 2 is.
Cardinals.
No, they're not even in top 5.
Thank God.
They're not even in top 10.
Because we play classy baseball, sir.
No, getting plunked, though. They're 15th. John?
Houston?
Yankees is number 2?
Nope. Houston is not even in top 5, and neither are the Yankees.
Then I have no clue.
Or whatever they're called now.
Who?
Cleveland Commanders.
No.
Guardians.
Nope, the Guardians are not even in top 25.
I am not guessing through every team in the fucking MLB. Drop
Me neither.
Number 2, Baltimore.
Baltimore, really?
I find that surprising.
They have been
But
hit.
Bad as
But this is my point. They have been hit 0.6. So for every, pretty much for every sixth of a game, they get hit. So every 6 innings in a game, someone gets beamed. 3, Seattle. 4.
Seattle's in a. Oh wow. Okay.
4, San Francisco. And number
Interesting.
5, Miami.
Really, the Marlins?
Yep, that is as of this year. That is your top 5 of people that got plunked.
And I'm surprised because Raven said in the chat, Red Sox are nowhere near that.
Nope.
I find that
You know what?
surprising.
I'll go down the entire list. This is
go
just in
over it
order.
real
This is
quick.
just in order. I'm not gonna do the thing. So next is Milwaukee, Cincinnati, Toronto, Cubs, Colorado. That's your top 10.
Okay.
White Sox, Minnesota, San Diego, Philadelphia, Atlanta, St. Louis. That's your top 15. Yankees, Houston, Boston, Arizona, Detroit, Oakland, LA, Washington, Cleveland, Kansas City, Texas, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, and the Dodgers.
That's actually an interesting. That's interesting.
And it seems like the Mets clearly, and the Mets are up obviously from before because last year they were getting plunked 0.58 times per game. It's the fact that the New York media drives it, and it's because also the fact that Met fans are watching these guys getting hit high and tight. We don't know what's going on in the rest of the league.
That could be an issue. Why? Because it's like every sportscast and newscast in this area. Raven, I don't know where Raven's located, so I don't know. I can't say about where she is. But the New York media, they love to latch onto stuff and maybe spread it like wildfire. Maybe that's why I feel the way I feel. Maybe because that's all I hear. Could it be? More than likely. But it's just like, Ryan, I don't know how your media is down by you when something bad happens to the Cardinals if the media goes ape shit over it. I don't know. I'm not there, so I don't know.
Not at all.
Well, there's the difference.
And Philly
And
does the
it's
same
like-
thing. Philly goes ape shit over that stuff too.
Certain New York media outlets, Philadelphia media outlets. I don't know. Oh, she's in Missouri too, so she's in the same boat you are.
Let me tell you, Christian can vouch for this. Having been there, there is a reason they call St. Louis and Busch Stadium baseball heaven.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, even out there, what's Chicago's media like?
We won the World Series. We won the World Series.
Okay, like, all right, Ronnie, what exactly do you want to know? Like, as
Well,
far
like,
as
so with the New York media, the minute something bad happens in New York, they're fucking on it like white on rice, and they're freaking latching onto that shit. They could do a
Yeah,
four,
nah,
they
they're not
could
really
do,
like that.
They could do a 4-hour episode of someone taking a shit in a fucking aisle.
He's not wrong.
I mean, they aired the Cubs taking a shit on the field for 106 years.
I mean, let's fit. Oh, God damn you.
He ain't shit. He ain't shit. God, you just disrespectful.
I
mean,
come
Cubs,
on.
man, it's a rivalry.
I mean,
just like Boston, that's me with the Cubs.
I mean, come on. Come on. We did see a dude eat horse shit when the Eagles won a game, when the Eagles won a title.
Those are the two best rivalries in baseball. New York and Boston, St. Louis and Chicago.
LA and San Francisco?
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, I got a big don't give a shit on that one.
At a Cubs-Cardinals game, just like at a Yankee-Red Sox game, I am guaranteeing you fistfights in the crowd from the third inning till the end.
Yeah, but you want to talk about history, LA versus San Francisco, because it all goes back to
Let me
Brooklyn.
ask you this. Right. So if Christian were to come there or you were to go there, where would be there more fights? If you went to Chicago or if he came to St. Louis?
It's Chicago!
Oh, easily
Chicago. It's the most dangerous fucking city on earth.
Yeah, I was going to say,
you know what's funny? You guys know what's funny? My sister actually went to the Cubs and Sox game a couple weeks ago. She went to the Sunday game, right?
Okay.
And I told her, like, be careful because you're going to see fights. And she kind of shrugged it off because she just hard-headed. I get a text. I've seen 3 fights. I'm like, I told you. Y'all don't listen to me.
Yeah, no, Cards and Cubs fans are just as disrespectful to each other as Yankee Red Sox fans.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You're guaranteed fist fights and possibly a bench clearing brawl anytime those teams take the field against each other.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. A hundo.
And I'll tell you, somewhere in my old vast DVD collection, I have the MLB Films New York-Boston rivalry DVD.
I have
I've seen that.
I was telling John this a couple weeks ago. I have a DVD called Baseball's Greatest Rivalries, and of course, the Cubs and Cardinals are one of those rivalries that they talk about.
All right, Christian. Here's the question: Where are there more fights in for the White Sox or for the Cubs?
Red Sox.
No, White.
Wow,
It's gotta be
that's
White
a good
Sox.
question.
I gotta
No,
think
besides the
be,
White Sox and the Cubs, not the Red Sox.
It's gotta be South Side.
Yeah, I've never really seen. Like, here's the thing. Never really seen too many fights break out at Wrigley. I always see them break out whenever I go to the G spot. That's what I.
Why is Raven talking about midget tosses? She put in a comment. At least there are midget tosses, or maybe there are.
Well,
when did we bring up midget tossing?
Don't worry about
during the Hot Guy Murphy match.
Maybe that was you, not me.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, that just threw me off. I saw that comment. I'm like, Jesus
No,
Christ.
but I'm waiting for a legitimate reason, John.
I said what I said. I said my piece.
A theory is not a legitimate reason. A theory is not a legitimate reason, sir.
And that's you know what? It's like the old adage. Everybody opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. I said my piece, and I'm done with it.
But it's not an opinion.
There's my opinion that there is something up with it. I think there's something up with it, and it's like it could be one of either two things. Like I said, it's either the grip on the baseball thing, or
I said
it's somebody from ownership from other teams saying go after Cohen's players.
But for what reason?
Because of the money. Because of the money he spends, and is going to probably continue to spend. Because I'm sorry, the Mets gave a 37-year-old pitcher 40-something million a year.
You're not going to spend more than the Yankees, and nobody hunts the Yankees.
Okay, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Back to truck up on that one. Christian, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
How much is Garrett Cole's contract guaranteed? What are some of the numbers with his contract?
I think it was like
per year,
$324 million deal.
Yeah, but per year. There's a reason I'm bringing that up. There's a reason I'm bringing that up.
Here, I'll do the math real quick. So
Yeah, do the math real quick. There's a
alright,
reason I
cool.
said that.
All right, cool. 324 divided by 9. That's 36 mil a year.
Okay,
6 a year.
right there. So the Yankees spent 36 mil on a pitcher over 9 years. The Mets gave a 37-year-old pitcher for 3 years 40-something. He's making 40-something million plus per year. So right there with the Yankees spending money, have the Yankees spent money? I'm not going to disagree with that. Because I was alive when all y'all motherfuckers, where Dave Winfield got a 10-year, $1.2 million, and everybody thought that was mind-boggling. But that was in 1980. But I'm talking about
Damn,
now.
Don, you just really made yourself sound old there, bro.
I'm old as fuck. I already know this. I'm already geriatrical fuck. I already know this. This is nothing
God.
new. Trust me,
Look, man,
everybody
you're
on the
always
show has
gonna
said
be-
it at least one time, but that's beside the point.
You're always going to be a young man to me.
Yeah, well, I thank you for that. But
Young
But
and
the whole
spry.
point I'm trying to
Young
make-
and spry.
young and spry bullshit. I wish I were young and fucking spry. But I'm old and crotchety, so shut the fuck up and get off my lawn.
Oh, God, not old and crotchety.
But no, the whole point I'm trying to make is, so the Mets right now have spent more money per player for a player than the Yankees have ever done. So right there, the Mets are automatically a target for their money and ownership, because if the Yankees, and I'll say this, I'll even say this, if the Yankees, and I'm not being disrespectful, Christian, when I say this, if the Yankees were to turn around and give Garrett Cole 40-something plus bill a year, and then balls started going towards players' heads and stuff like that, you'd be having the same argument as I am.
Of course.
But yet they gave him 36 million, and he's not an ace.
Right.
Hey.
I didn't say now, Christian.
He's
I didn't
ace.
say. If you
He's
notice, I
ace.
did not say that.
Garrett Cole was every penny they're fucking spending on him.
You knew one was coming. I had to get one in.
You just so... Jesus, Ron. I hope your phone catches an STD.
I mean, I used to live by Rutgers.
Okay.
1 out of every 3. Look it up.
The guys that would be being headhunted would be the best players in the league.
Yeah, the Stantons, the Judges, stuff like that. But none of them have been hit. I mean, Stanton got hit that one time, but that was an accidental pitch because the pitcher that threw it when Stan got blasted in the face.
Listen,
No pun intended.
I look at it this way. You want a full-blown intentional headshot, it's Piazza when Clemens hit him.
Oh, no, that was intentional.
But I'm saying as though, have we had any of those?
I can't say yes and I can't say no because
That's what I'm getting at. I'm saying if we had those, then yeah, they're headhunting. Because Clemens went high and not tight. He went for the top of the dome.
Yeah, he rang Piazza's bell big time.
We haven't had any of those. We've had a lot of rising fastballs, but we have not had any, I'm going to hit you right in the fucking ear hole.
Yeah, but you see, that's why I think this is why I'm upset is because Alonso is one of the most mild-mannered guys in baseball. The fact that he's been drilled in the head 3 times, I'm sorry. That something's not right there. 1 time, you blow it off. 3 times, there's something up there.
Let me tell you, for the amount of money they're getting paid, they'll be fine.
Alonso ain't getting paid squat right now because he's still technically under a minor league contract. He ain't getting squat yet. And when he becomes a free agent, that motherfucker's going to get paid. Trust me. Alonso's going to be making Bryce Harper money if he continues to play like he does. And Christian, I don't think you'll disagree with that.
No.
Because, I mean, if Alonso, God forbid, if nothing's wrong, and he's able to come back after a few days, maybe he needs a few days off to rest, the hand. and he picks up right where he left off. They did something the other day, and I think it was the Daily News did a comparison. At the pace he's going, he's going to have 46 home runs and 156 RBIs. You do that consistently year in, year out. You don't think when you're a free agent, they're not gonna back up the Brinks truck to your fucking house? Please. Just like Judge this year. You don't think the Yankees are going to try to back up the Brinks truck for him next year when he's a free agent?
Oh, but does that mean
he's going?
Does that mean he's going to be a target and he's going to be headhunted?
You don't know.
Judge
You don't know how some pitch. You do. You see,
I mean,
Ryan, this is the one thing. Ryan, let me just say this. Let me say. Don't blah me.
Go by theory. Then that
But
means
the thing I'm trying to say is, you don't know what's in a pitcher's head. Like, oh, you got more money than me in a contract. You don't know what they're thinking, and they'll never admit to it.
But you know for a fact that they're hitting them on purpose.
I said I don't know. I said these are the two theories that I've heard majority of the time.
Can I get a ruling on this?
Who wants a ruling on what?
What are we rolling?
I need a ruling on the field.
You throwing the challenge flag?
I'm throwing the challenge flag.
Fuck you and your challenge flag.
No. Fuck that. This is a sports show. I'm throwing the challenge flag. I need a ruling on the field. Did he not say that it was a headhunting vendetta thing for sure?
And then I said, and then you asked for a reason. And I gave reason. And I gave fucking reason.
I need a ruling on the field.
I mean, I said it's more the media. I think it's the fact that the media drives.
I don't think about what John specifically said.
But I'm saying I think that's where John's argument is trying to be. I don't think he realizes what else is going on outside of what's going on in New York media.
I follow baseball as a whole. Okay? This year, I've focused a little bit more on the Mets because of the way they've been playing. I will not disagree with that statement. But
can somebody in the chat go back just a couple minutes and give me a ruling?
Oh, Raven's going to go back and listen.
Your Raven's going to go back and she's going to side with your ass, Ryan. I know this.
If the facts are there, yes. Because I am pretty sure this whole debate started because you were like, this is a personal vendetta. They're doing it on.
Wait a minute. You know what? Wait a minute. He hasn't chimed in on what we've been saying. Christian, what do you think about what we've been saying? I know you've been listening.
All right. Give me a little synopsis, man. I'm over here folding clothes, too. So.
But you've been listening, so you've been hearing what we've been saying.
That is
your opinion.
That is a no if I ever fucking heard one.
I mean, all of you make good points. I'll say that much. Yeah, all of you make good points.
You ain't even doing a good job at this right now, Christian.
Ain't nobody care.
There it is.
So there's your ruling.
All right. Want to have a little fun talk about? I go by facts. That's what Raven just said. I go by facts.
Respect. She goes by facts. I'll respect that.
And the fact is, you said it was a personal vendetta. Motherfucker Jones.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
All right, let's move on, please.
So, all right. So we're going to have some fun. Christian, I want your opinion on this shit. So,
still waiting on. God damn it.
You're not going to get a fucking ruling, Ryan. Move on.
So the CFL is officially changing their rules, some of their rules for the upcoming season.
Oh, this is fucking stupid, but kind of cool at the same time.
Okay, so first things first, the hash marks are being moved. So the fields in the CFL are bigger than a normal NFL field. So it is 130 yards length and it is 70 yards wide. They're like 20 yards because they play with an extra person on the field. You know, because metrics. So instead of 28 yards from so now they're bringing them in 9 yards. They are setting them 9 yards apart and 28 yards from sideline to sideline. So that means there's going to be more plays from the outside in. So there's going to be more passes towards the sideline. They're opening up more passing lanes
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. So they're gonna be playing more sideline to sideline. It
Yep.
sounds like.
Vibration!
That's
What?
gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see
Look at
that.
Ravens
Oh.
siding with Ryan.
I went back and you did say it.
That is an official motherfucking ruling.
So, all right.
Hey, I respect her opinion. She's entitled to have it. I'm not going to diss her. I respect her opinion.
So, yeah, they're going to go sideline to sideline, and it looks like they're going to do a lot more. I have a feeling betting-wise they're trying to go with heavy scoring, more scoring, even though, 3 downs were in the CFL before. So, what heavy scoring do you not need?
Right. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch because.
And every game, if anyone wants to know where the CFL is, every game is going to be on ESPN Plus.
Right.
So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah. That's just going to be interesting to watch because teams aren't going to really try and do anything down the middle of the field too much. Well, I don't want to say it's too much. They're not going to do it as often.
You're going to see a lot more running up the middle because there's not going to be that many. It's going to be harder to stretch a run play out than be in the middle.
Right.
Yeah. Other rules, you got head start. Kickoffs will now be happening on the kicking team's 30-yard line, while safely kick will now be back to the 20. When it was before, it was back to the 20. Possessions will be made field goals or single points at the start's 5 yard closer. So instead of it comes back to the 40-yard line instead of the 35. So they're pretty much making it so that if you kick it in the end zone, you get a point. So they can boost up scoring, but they don't get a lot of touchbacks. Like, they don't want people taking it out of the end zone like they did to protect the players, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one rule that is different than in American football and Canadian, there's no fair catches in the CFL. So if you get a fair catch or it goes in the end zone, it is called a no-yard penalty. So usually it's a 5-yard penalty for a no-yard. So then the ball would come out to the 20 and it would go back to the 15. Not anymore. Now it is a 15-yard penalty. So if it comes out to the 20, bullshit, you're back to the 5-yard line.
Wow.
So that is a heavy thing for the defense. Now, here's the rule that I shared with Ryan, and Ryan got giddy.
Yeah.
Two quarterbacks. For the first time, teams can run an offensive set with 2 quarterbacks lined up. All other Canadian ratios rules are still forward. While it may be most impactful change, the rule allows for coaches to get more creative. The CFL is a quarterback league, and many of its teams employ 2 starters. Holy trick plays, Batman.
Yeah, dude, the amount of trick plays that have just opened up is fucking insane.
Yeah. And on that note, guys, I'm clocking out.
You gonna head out?
I'm going.
All right, Christian, I'll talk to you later. All right,
Christian,
bud?
plug your shit.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at don'tnobodycare.inc. Now I'm playing. At the Daily Blitz _61. I'm actually about to also give my thoughts on Cooper Kupp. He got the bag today. Give my take on that on the site. Give me a few minutes. Greatness takes time. Follow me on Twitter at Daily Blitz _61, or you can follow my personal page at NY's Finest 90.
Did you ever get your Facebook page back yet or no?
Man, look, fuck Facebook.
Okay. With that being said, that
I will tell you this, John. I'm kind of getting that itch to bring my Facebook back, but I'm just nervous because I got people out for me. There's someone out there with a personal online vendetta for me.
All right.
Yep. All right, guys. I'll see you next week.
Yep.
Later.
See you later. All right. So let's get into some football, and then we can call it a night. Like Christian said before he left, Cooper Kupp get a 3-year extension, reportedly up to $80 million.
Is he going to be headhunted?
I mean, him and OBJ are making that money. OBJ hasn't been signed yet, so he will be making that money.
Headhunt.
Other things, Deshaun Watson is now has reportedly apparently have met 66 women for massages.
Oh, man, they massage his cock for money.
I mean...
Hookers.
A massage.
I mean, happy ending.
You want egg roll?
So, apparently, though...
With sex, you get egg roll.
The rumor is that Deshaun Watson was getting specialty rooms that were from the Houston Texans to bring these girls back to. So the Texans allegedly knew
They paid for it.
what he was doing. That could be really bad.
Do you think he's done with playing football?
No, he's got
to run him out.
No, because he's got a fucking 3 years, 60. What is it? Oh God, what's his guaranteed contract? He's making. No, we don't want to. We're already famous, assholes. Stop plugging shit like that in my chat. Speaking of only scams right there.
Yeah, dude, go fuck yourself. Give your balls a tug, tit fucker.
They won't answer back. They just literally come in, drop that, and leave.
Pussies.
May it spare.
Deshaun Watson saw at least 66 massage therapists over a 17-month period.
I guess it could be therapy.
Depends on what kind of therapy you're talking about. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV.
But he got a full 3-year, all guaranteed money. And the first year is only worth $1 million because he's possibly looking to be suspended for 6 weeks.
No, the reason I said that is, could he be getting the Trevor Bauer treatment?
No. He is not going to be gone for 2 years. If anything, he'll be gone for a season. Because with people like Ray Rice, who has literally been caught on camera cold cocking his wife in an elevator, and he only got 6 games. So, no, he will not get the Trevor Bauer treatment. I don't know what player would ever... not trying to make light of this. You would almost have to kill a motherfucker to get the Trevor Bauer treatment.
In the NFL or just in general?
In sports. I was gonna say, if that happens in sports, you ain't coming back.
You think Bauer will ever be back?
No. Here's a great example. Michael Vick should have gotten the Trevor Bauer treatment. And he came back and played for another 3 years.
Woof. Woof. Woof fucking woof.
Sean Payton literally was headhunting players and charging a fee for players that were headhunting. And he came back and coached for another 5 years and then left and came back.
They made a really good Netflix movie about that.
Yes. Like, Ray Lewis allegedly killed a man, and he's got a Hall of Fame career.
Point of order.
Yeah. OJ? No, I'm kidding.
OJ did it.
Yeah. You get my point.
Man.
The man.
The man.
Whooping our ass tonight.
But you get my point. Like,
Yes.
there are a ton of people that should have been kicked out of the fucking league. And they didn't. I mean, shit. It makes as much sense as not doing the first balloon for the touchdown because Russia.
Yeah, Russia.
Oh, Jesus.
Always the first.
I just heard that pumpkin. That was loud as shit.
What?
Raven gave us another 4 cents.
Oh, thank you, Raven.
Thank you, Raven.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You know what, Ronnie? You just got to get a soundbite for that. Have Ryan record Ryan saying that every time someone donates. You hear thanks.
I just got to get the Kyle too.
Or Gerald in his Prius.
So all the odds. No real college football news yet.
Yet.
We're due. Because it is almost time for the college football season to begin.
When does that officially kick off, though?
Labor Day.
Labor Day? And then what? The NFL starts, what, a week or two after that?
A week later.
Week later?
Yeah, right now is the slow period for sports. Right now, college baseball is the big thing out there.
Oh, speaking of baseball, one thing we didn't bring up. 2 guys named Joe are now on the unemployment line.
Oh, yeah, Joe Madden and
Joe Girardi both got the heave-ho. I'm surprised about Girardi. I'm not surprised about because they've been talking about that. Madden, I was a little surprised about.
Well, when you go on a 13-game losing streak.
Did they lose again tonight?
I don't know if they lost tonight, but they lost last night.
I thought the last night was the 12th loss in a row.
It was the 13th.
Oh, shit. And we're facing them next.
Yep. Let me see. It's in the middle of the second. 0-0.
And who are they playing? They were playing Boston, right?
Boston.
Yeah, because Michael Wacha, a former Met, fucking threw one hit, like a 2-hit shutout or something the other day against them.
Waka.
Complete game, 1-0, complete game shutout against the Angels. So, like I said, I'm a little surprised with Madden with his pedigree, but Girardi I'm not shocked by. I knew that was going to happen. I think everybody knew that was going to happen.
Well, Girardi couldn't really win with the Yankees. He won 1 year with the fucking Yankees.
Yeah, but how long was he the Yankee manager? How many years? Like 8 or 9 years?
Yeah, almost 10.
And I think the Phillies expected him to have that instant gratification with them, and it just didn't happen. And Madden, I think Madden just might be starting to show his age, unfortunately.
Oh, God, there's an interesting one. So, Arch Manning is making the rounds for colleges.
Who is?
Arch.
Who the hell's Arch Manning?
Cooper's son.
I know who Archie Manning is.
No, Cooper's son.
Ah.
Let's just say this. He's apparently better than all of them. I don't know how that's possible.
That's
but
what I'm saying. How is that even possible?
He's his old man. Apparently, Cooper was better than Peyton and Eli put together.
And that's kind of a scary thought.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. You go from, oh, I'm going to be one of the greatest football players to, nah, I don't want to do it anymore, to, oh, I'm going to go be my brother's lawyer. He's the lawyer for the fucking Mannings.
All right, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. That's kind of batshit crazy. And now he's got a job working for Fox.
Interesting.
Other news, we got the first timers for the College Football Hall of Fame ballot. It is including, oh my God, this is great. Alex Smith, Ryan Leaf, and Tim Tebow.
Ryan Leaf, didn't he last one fucking year in the NFL?
That's the NFL, not college.
I mean, Tebow had a little longer career.
But he was one of the... But you got to remember, this is college. It's different. Like, Alex Smith had a great time, was one of the better quarterbacks for Utah that they ever had. But Ryan Leaf was supposed to be, was the next guy, and so was Tebow in college football. They were the man.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Tebow had a decent start to his career. He just kind of fluttered out after a while.
Tebow didn't.
But Leaf didn't even make a year.
Leaf was a straight bust. Leaf was a flat bust.
Oh, that was for sure.
But I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that.
At least Johnny Manziel lasted a season or two. I think he lasted longer than a season,
Well,
didn't
yeah. So you ready for this? Guess who the pick behind Ryan Leaf was?
Who?
Peyton Manning.
Go figure that one.
Yep. But other than that, I don't have anything. Oh, no. We do have one more thing to talk about, right? I almost forgot.
Let's do it.
Simone Biles.
Oh,
I have no idea what this is about.
I
But go ahead.
forget that one.
Yeah, I almost forgot that. Is suing the FBI.
The FBI?
The FBI, not the full-blooded
The
Italians. The FBI.
For what?
For over $1 billion for the fact that they knew about Larry Nassar and did nothing about it and let him continue to molest girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
To molest women, if they knew anything, there's no report saying that they knew. But, I mean, the minute these girls were coming out saying something, period, to any FBI agent, and right now this is allegedly, we don't know if they actually knew, we don't know anything about that.
Right.
But if there's any inkling that they knew, if this goes to court, yeah, you want people to be fucking glued to a TV.
Are you talking about more glued to a TV than the Amber Heard Johnny Depp stuff?
Yeah, this will be a whole lot more sickening than that. That was comedy. This is just, I'm going to fucking kill somebody because it's it's so ugly. Actually, let me pull up the actual Simone, here we go. So Simone Biles and other women seek $1 billion plus in lawsuit from the FBI. Dozen of women who said they were sexually assaulted by Larry Nassar are seeking out more than $1 billion from the FBI for failing to stop the sports doctor. Obviously, this is all ongoing. But, point blank, if he knew and they did nothing, yeah.
That's super fucked up.
Because you're not just talking about the girls that were in the Olympics. You're talking about girls that are, like, under the age of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing on that.
Yeah, can we just string him up from his go-betweens?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
I'm down.
totally.
I don't promote violence, but, you know, huevos are huevos.
I do. I promote violence.
I mean...
Leave him in the ring with you for 5 minutes.
Some days you just have to wake up and say, I choose violence.
Like, the fact that I have to report on this is, like, makes me sick.
Hell of a segue, Ronnie.
It's one of the biggest ongoing stories. This literally dropped today. From Bleacher Report. I'm reading this off of USA Today. I text Ryan, I go, this is huge fucking news.
And it is.
It is, totally. I mean, what can you say?
I mean, you can't. I mean, honestly, right now, it is an ongoing story. So, we don't know where else this is going to go. Honest to God, if this goes to court, it's going to be very interesting.
Oh, totally.
I don't think this is going to see the fucking courtroom at all.
This is going to be like the OJ trial. In a way.
I think this has more retribution. That if this goes to court and video cameras are seeing this, this is bad. Like, this could be really bad.
Agreed.
Totally.
And they were, that's even worse. This was first reported about this in 2015. The first reports of this abuse was in 2015.
Wow.
It's just, yeah.
How he has not been whacked in General Pop yet is still beyond me.
No, you're right.
Who the hell knows? I mean, it's an ongoing story. Obviously, this will be, yeah. So, New York Post has this: more than 90 girls are seeking out are in the lawsuit. So they're seeking out $1 billion in damages because of failure to stop.
Yeah.
Just 90 people in general is just...
There's nothing really you can't. I mean, what do you say?
There's nothing you can say. I mean, yes.
Exactly.
It's an ongoing story. We're going to keep reporting on it, but, like, dude, like, this is not good.
No, this is not good at all.
It's ugly is what it is. It's just ugly, period.
Yep. And then final thing, and we'll end it on a lighter note.
Yeah, let's end it on something a little happier than that.
So, it's actually a golf story.
Oh, God.
No. So, have you heard of this new company, this new golf company called Live, L-I-V?
I don't pay attention to golf, so I really don't know.
Okay, so it's a new Saudi-funded golf league.
Saudi is in Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's got people like Greg Norman backing it. Phil Mickelson's going to be playing in the first upcoming event. The problem is a lot of these guys, like, people like, not Rory McIlroy, is not in. Ricky Fowler's in it. Dustin Johnson is going over there. Bryson DeChambeau is going over there. Justin Turner is going over there. Dustin Johnson's going over there. Now, they're starting to get a lot of big names. Kevin Na, Lee Westwood, Ian Poulter, Luis Usmanzada, and Sergio Garcia are going. Now,
what about Tiger? Is Tiger going over?
No, because Tiger right now is just going to be... is kind of done. For the most part, he's going to do like one thing here or there. But he can't really handle the walking.
Okay.
But the kicker is right now there's an 8... there's 7 to 8... tournaments right now. And they're turning around and saying, okay, we'll give you guys $100 million to come and play in these 8 events.
So they're basically getting that WWE money.
Oh yeah, they're giving them that Saudi money, like oh God, I think Justin Turner was getting like I want to say it was like something like $9 million to play in all the tournaments, and that's not counting tournament wins. That's just to show up for 8 weeks. Here we go. So here's the thing. I'm not even going to go over the format because I really could care less. Prize money. Each event scheduled, except for the season ending, will have a purse of $25 million, and a total of $20 million will be allowed for the individual prize, with $4 million going to the winner, and the other $5 to be distributed among 3 teams. Individual champions will earn $18 million at the end of the first 7 events. Second place $8 million, third place gets $4 million. So it's more of a format, like they play each week. It's a season format. So whoever's at the top of the leaderboard gets the prize money for that, and then so on and so forth. But they're each getting an individual price tag just to go and play in this. So I'm sorry, and PGA has turned around and was like, nope. You can't go and do this. We'll fine you and take your tour card, so you can never do this. I'm like, really? Y'all are doing that, and these guys are gonna go over there and get paid $15 million just to play 8 weeks.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's crazy money. That's like the WWE getting all that money to do how many shows a year?
Yeah, and this is one person. This is not just a company. This is one person.
That's crazy.
Now, with something like the PGA coming out and being like, "Oh yeah, y'all can't do this. You can't do this." Why is this a bad thing? Because it's the Saudis coming in on their money?
dude, 15 million for 8 weeks. I'll go to Saudi Arabia and play golf, and I fucking suck at golf.
Dude, it's not even in Saudi Arabia. There's one game. There is one tournament in Saudi Arabia. It opens up in London. There's one in Jersey.
Jesus.
It's in Trump. It's at Trump in Bedminster.
Oh, in Bedminster. I know that. I know that course. I've seen that course.
I'm saying as though it's like they're going more towards the right wing people. It seems like, but even then, it's like they're still making like it's okay, a PGA Tour doesn't want to run a show or doesn't want to do a tournament there, so they decide to do it. Okay.
I don't know. I think they're just being little petty bitches because they don't want their athletes to make that much money.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Yeah, the most that they make is like $10 million at the end of the year, but they have to win a tournament. The PGA, the PGA, you have to win. This live golf thing, you just gotta show up.
It's almost like It's almost like when bowling used to be big.
Yeah.
Well, I think that they're worried. These athletes are going to make these huge checks, and it's going to force them to step up their payoffs.
That's exactly what it's going to have to do.
No, you're right. You're right on that one, totally.
If they realize that their celebrity is worth this much, fuck, we're going to have to pay it.
Yeah, keep them here instead of having them going overseas to do it.
Right. So we threaten to pull that card and keep them off the tournament. They can't make their money. They'll have to go to fucking hustling driving ranges and shit.
Yeah, they're going to become Tin Cup, which is a great fucking movie, I might add.
Yeah. But, no, other than that, I think that should be interesting. I mean, it's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on because it is what it is.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Alright, anything else we want to talk about?
I got nothing.
I got something.
Okay.
Go for it.
Ryback.
90 seconds.
Fuck you, Miss Lippy. So Ryback put out a tweet that was sent to me. Let me read this to you because this is some straight up fucking ridiculousness.
It's Ryback, so enough said.
WWE presents a shitty settlement and has John Laurinaitis call after Cody Rhodes gets injured. No, thank you.
60 seconds.
All the wrongs of the past must be made right. I'm going to win the Ryback trademark and can wrestle as Ryback legally anyways. You know what you have to do, Vince McMahon. Offered you a settlement for what? A name they created, you fucking moron? Does this dude literally just post stupid shit hoping to get, like, a response?
Yes.
Because
Yes, he does.
I despise this fucking idiot. What, do you think WWE really offered him a settlement, or do you think he's just talking out his ass because his
He's
relative?
talking out his ass. He is so talking out of his ass.
And I guess he
10
thinks he legally
seconds.
changed his name to Ryback Reeves. He has a trademark on it.
Yeah, legally he does.
WWE trademarked the name Ryback. They own that. He changed his name to Ryback. His name is not Ryback. It is now, but it was not when he was born.
It's Ryan.
But WWE owned the trademark to it when he changed his name to it.
Yeah. It's almost like when Warrior changed his name from Jim Hellwig to Warrior.
No, it's exactly what he did, but it's the fact that he changed his name to something that's trademarked already.
Right.
He's a fucking moron.
Owns a trademark on that fucking name.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
So how can he legally wrestle under it? Riddle me that.
No, you're absolutely right.
I'm not. Nobody's going to disagree with you here.
No, I'm legitimately asking.
Yeah, I have nothing.
I have nothing either.
Stupid idiot.
Oh yeah, complete total moron.
All right, let's pull this shit show into the fucking dumpster fire.
All right, yes. And with that being said, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for the people that called. Thank you, and join us back here on Monday as we dive back into the world of professional wrestling and maybe whatever happened over the weekend in sports. If you like what you heard, please follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at @FNRonnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At StuntcockSTL.
And you can also go to w.gg and type in the code Nerdport for 10% off of any energy drinks or apparel. Anything else? That's about it. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe anything we just said, you gotta be learning about a teachable moment. And if you don't believe us, it's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
God damn it.
Do it again.
Miss Lippy was over you that time.
I tried.